Welcome to the August update of the Florida FAIRtax Educational Association. This is going to be a short video just to let you know what's going on, what's not going on, and so forth, and a few suggestions on how you can help. We're going to continue, no matter what's happening in Washington, even if they're ignoring the FAIRtax, we will continue. So, anyways,
we won't ignore it.
You'll notice that Randy is absent. He's on vacation. Yes, we let him take a vacation. Yeah. So, anyways, there's a couple of things going on across the nation outside of Florida. The big news is Alabama. Alabama has already pre-filed for the Alabama equivalent of the FAIRtax for the 2020 legislative session. Everything is in place. They've got to do a constitutional amendment to get rid of their income tax. They've got a bill for the Alabama version of the FAIRtax, which includes a prebate, and that is all scheduled to kick into gear when their legislature resumes in 2020. So that's a big news. Once we get a state that has successfully implemented the state version of the FAIRtax, it'll be easier for other states. Now here in Florida, this would be pretty easy for us to do because we don't have to worry about abolishing our income tax because we don't have an income tax in Florida.
Do not.
There's no state income tax, and we do have a sales tax, and we would need to implement the prebate. So that's something that we can work on. There's another thing that I wanted to let you know about on as far as the national goes. Back in June and July, there was a bill submitted to Congress, H.R. 3151. You can go to congress.gov and look this up, congress.gov, and then look up Bill 3151. That was proposed on, if I'm not mistaken, June 6th. It was passed by the House on June 10th. It was passed by the Senate with no changes, and it was signed by the President on July 1st, less than a month. Now, this bill supposedly is going to reform the IRS.
Going to make it warm and fuzzy.
Oh, yeah. How many times have we seen that? I mean, it seems like every 10 years, some Congress is going to make the IRS more respectful and responsive to the people, and nothing seems to change.
Do you mean this will mean that we don't need the misery index or the anxiety index?
The anxiety index, that's right. Right. The outgoing IRS taxpayer advocate suggested that they establish an anxiety index.
Yeah.
That bill, H.R. 3151, had fewer co-sponsors than the FAIRtax.
That's right.
And yet it went through the system and was signed by the President in less than a month. So they can do it when they want to.
Proves that it can be done.
Yeah. So anyways. All right. What do you got on your list there?
Well, how about let's talk about the logo store. There's a couple of new features that are coming out. First of all, the pocket cards that have been out for many years, we update them periodically. They've just been updated, and they will be in the logo store very shortly. They're in process of printing right now. Something to look forward to is that we've got brand new yard signs that are going to be coming out. They're pretty. They're blue. They're
nice.
On top and bottom with the logo. It really pops, and they're really, really nice. And they're a little bit different size than what we've been had before. So it's really going to be nice.
Rudy told us that they're more in line with the size of a typical political yard sign.
So it won't get lost when they get all those political signs out there. We'll have ours right out there with it. They're also market testing some new bumper stickers that actually won't harm the paint on your vehicle. As you know, most vehicles nowadays are getting away from actual metal and going to fiberglass and so forth. So consequently, magnetic signs don't work that well. But this new product that they're coming out with, you can peel it off, put it back on. If it gets dirty, you wipe it off with a wet cloth. If you want to put your car through a car wash, you can peel it off, go through the car wash, put it back on.
Yeah.
You can do that over and over again, and it'll look great.
Yeah, they don't wear out. So
we're
looking forward to
market
that.
testing those, and they should be in the logo store before too long.
Okay, so we encourage you to demonstrate your support for the FAIRtax by purchasing something from the logo store.
Is that upside down? Nope, that's right.
Like one of these. These are good to bring to a town hall meeting because you can sneak them in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we wouldn't want to tell anybody that, though.
All right. Some other ways to help. Letters to the editor. You can always write a letter to the editor. You don't have to be the world's leading authority on the FAIRtax. You can write a letter to the editor and make known your support for the FAIRtax. It gets people thinking. Contact your representatives. This is important. We have 27 representatives in the House of the House of Representatives in Washington. 27 from Florida, and right now we have 5 or 6.
6, I believe.
Are co-sponsors of the FAIRtax. So it would be very nice to get some more. Unfortunately, things are very polarized. Don't let that stop you. Whether your rep is a Republican or Democrat doesn't make any difference. The FAIRtax, as you know, it helps everybody. It's not a Republican or a Democrat issue. It's an American issue. And you try to make that point. So try as best you can. So at some point, this is going to come up, and we need to have our people in Congress knowledgeable about this. So do what you can to educate your representative and try to get them to co-sponsor.
And if your representative is already a co-sponsor, thank them.
Yeah. That's right.
All they hear are negative things. Go up and tell them thank you for co-sponsoring the FAIRtax.
Yep. So,
and if they aren't a co-sponsor, ask them what it is about the income tax that they love so much. That might get their interest.
Yeah, that should get them.
You want to tell them about Popvox?
Yeah, Popvox is a very simple way that you can help out is to go to the website popvox.com, popvox.com. You have to log in by giving it your name and your address. By giving it your address, and they don't share it with anybody else. By giving it your address, it knows what congressional district you're in, and so it knows who your representative and your 2 senators are. Then you can weigh in on any pending legislation in Congress at all. You can go to any legislation, for instance, H.R. 25.
Oh, there's a nice
H.R. 25, the FAIRtax Act of 2019. And you can weigh in on that. And of course, we hope that you tell Popvox that you're in favor of it, and you can write a short note, a short letter, which will go to your representative, and when we don't actually have a bill in the Senate yet, but we will. And when we get a bill in the Senate, we'll let you know what the number is. You can do the same thing on Popvox. You can go to the Senate bill and also put in, signify your acceptance and of the legislation. So Popvox is a good website.
And you don't have to go just to HR 25. If you see another flat tax or another tweak to the income tax system coming down the pike, you can go there and tell them what you think of those too.
Yeah.
But there are simpler ways too in order to help out. One is go to the logo store and purchase shirts, hats, banners, mugs, pins, pens, all sorts of stuff. Use them. Don't just keep them in your closet. Don't just keep them on the desk. Use them. When you go to the restaurant and you leave a tip, leave a second tip, one of these cards, or a pen. They're always looking for pens. Those waitresses are always digging around for more pens. Use a FAIRtax pen. Another thing that you can do that's very easy, on your outgoing message on your phone. Sorry we can't take your call right now. We're in favor of the FAIRtax. Hope you are too. Please leave a message.
Very simple.
Very simple. And it gets it out there. It just, after a while, whoever calls will actually ask you or go find out what the heck this FAIRtax is. One of the things that I really enjoy doing.
Yeah.
Does anybody out there get junk mail? I think everybody gets junk mail.
Raise your hand if you don't.
Yeah. One of the things is sometimes they put a gift in there for you. And that gift is a pre-stamped return envelope. I love them. I collect them. I put all sorts of FAIRtax stuff in them, seal them up, and send them back.
She loves doing this.
I love doing that. Because somebody's got to open it up. Somebody's going to see FAIRtax. It doesn't cost me a dime. Only those people who put the junk mail in my mailbox to begin with. And it makes me feel good because I can get even.
Yeah.
Another thing I do, and you can get these at the logo store as well, stickers. I can put stickers on people. I can put stickers on all of these envelopes. I even put a sticker on my income tax return, which my daughter tells me I'm going to be in trouble for, but I haven't. But it's fun. It gets it out there. Everybody sees it, including the mail carriers and the post office. So just buy a roll and stick them on everything. It's great.
So there's some very simple ways to help out, and we encourage you to pick something, whatever you have time for, and help us out. Finally, if you feel you need to learn more, we already mentioned we mentioned the webinar. No,
we haven't mentioned the webinar.
The webinar, yeah, that's my next item. There will be a webinar in September. I believe it's the 19th. It's always the third Thursday of the month at 8 o'clock Eastern Time. Jade Wally, who's a CPA, lives in Colorado. He always runs those webinars.
He does a wonderful job, folks.
Yeah, he does a great job. And he's very knowledgeable about the FAIRtax, and he is a CPA, so he can come at it from that direction. So we encourage you to tune in for that. Otherwise, let's wrap it up with websites. If you want to learn more, of course, there's the national website, FAIRtax.org. FAIRtax.org. That's where you can learn more about the FAIRtax. They have a frequently asked questions section. Very good, because FAIRtax has been around for a while. People have asked questions and the experts have answered them, and they are there on the FAQ page. Then there's the Big Solution, singular, bigsolution.org. That's more of an activist site where you can go in and you can donate. You can ask, you can put in the names and contact information from some of your friends and relatives, and FAIRtax will contact them and see if they're interested in helping out. But they won't harass them. If they say no, that's it. They're done. Okay. And there's the Florida FAIRtax, since we are here in Florida, and this is the Florida FAIRtax Educational Association. The Florida website is flfairtax.org. flfairtax.org. Okay. The FAIRtax Power Radio, if you want to see those episodes, and let's say, they're on Facebook, and there'll be a link to them on Twitter. But if you're not into social media, you can just go to our website, the FAIRtax Guys, fairtaxguys.com. Very simple, fairtaxguys.com, and you can learn more. We have a weekly show, and we usually hit some theme each week, so you can see our videos there. And finally, there's these books. All right, I strongly recommend that you get one of these books. From Amazon, Barnes and Noble, wherever.
Yep. The first one over here is the America's Big Solution.
Oh yeah, this one.
An introduction to the FAIRtax.
Mm-hmm.
A very simple primer.
Yeah.
If you don't know anything about it, it's got lots of pictures and graphs and so forth. It's just done very easy, simple, and it's basically to wet your whistle so that you will go to one of the FAIRtax books.
And this is written by a fellow here in Florida.
That's
in fact,
right.
He's here in Ocala.
Terry Tibbetts is his name, if you want to know.
Yeah.
The FAIRtax book by Bortz and Linder. I'll get it out. They wrote this book. There were some criticisms of it, So they wrote this book, which is Answering the Critics.
Yeah.
So they're very, very good books. And just so you know, it's only 130 days from the time of this taping until Christmas.
Oh, goodness.
These make good Christmas gifts,
Yes,
guys.
right.
And so do the shirts and stuff from the logo store.
Yeah, yeah. In fact, there was one woman that we met that said that they gave the FAIRtax book to her son when he got married.
Yep, on the day that he got married, and said, "You and your new wife have to read this." I love it.
So I think that about wraps it up. We want to keep this short. We appreciate your time. Please send the link for this video to other folks in Florida so they can get updated too. You can always, and if you have any questions of us,
Please
Ocala
contact us.
FAIRtax at iCloud.com. Ocala FAIRtax, all one word, at iCloud.com. Don't hesitate to contact us.
And if there's an event or something that you know that's coming up, let us know. If we know ahead of time, we can actually might be able to get a booth,
Yeah.
hand out some supplies, talk to some people. Always talk. It's the best thing.
Okay, that's about it, isn't it?
That's about it.
Okay, well, we appreciate your time. And like I said, please share this video with others. And that's it for this month. So thanks for watching.
Bye, all.